Good morning to you. Okay, my name is Alonso, and I'm going to talk about uh, since the chapter, since the page 80 to the page 180 of the book. Don't tell teacher. So I have to start name the main characters. So the main characters is based on a family. This family is composed by a man, by a woman, and by a child. So first we have the man. We have his name is Oli. He is Elizabeth's husband. So Oli also is the father of Tom, or is the Tom's father. So we have this family. In this point, this family start like having some problems in their relationship. So first we have that Oli has like a dark background with his family, because if we see in this book, we can notice easily that his father was a violent man. So his father mistreated his mother Margaret, and he was doing the same with Elizabeth. He often mistreated her. He often blamed her about everything. We see in the pages, yeah, ago the before pages, that he was a poor man, and yeah. But in these pages, we can see that even when his son Tom, or Thomas, born, he was not happy. It is written in these pages that he considered the birth of his own son like a mistake, and he blamed Elizabeth for everything, also for his broken leg. He blamed her like for destroying the future of him. So we have this man, and we can see that relationship was broken because of him, because his unbearable or behaviors that he had with her. So Elizabeth see all these things, she wanted to depart from her. She wanted to separate. And she moved to another place, thinking about rebuild her life, accompanied by her son. Now, in the new place that she have already moved, she registered Tom to a new school. This school is called Steenfield School. What I can say, one day she noticed that her son Tom has like an unusual marks on his body. So she was a little bit scared of that, and she worries a little bit and started like an investigation. What was happening with her son, with Tom? Well, the complete name is Thomas, but it's prefer she prefer and he prefer also that the people call him just Tom. The same thing happens with with um, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the full name, and she prefers that call her just Lizzie. So if you see, if you if you read in the book, most of the time, you will see that mm, that the writer put her like Lizzie. Yeah, it's just a parenthesis. Well, in the story, so he has like strange marks on his body, and she worries a lot, and started an investigation, and she she saw some changes because Tom has changed a lot in that new place. I mean, behaviors, uh, even personality has changed a lot, and also the score. He was considered like a really intelligent boy, but the scores in that new school, well, it was not like according to that a how can I say mark or a standard I can say. Um, Now she she started to she wanted to send an email to the service social children about thinking about how to solve this problem, because most of the time Tom was at her side, but the only time that was absent of her was meanwhile he was studying at the Schoolfield School. So now appears a new character that is called Kate. So Kate in the story appears that it is a young man about 26 years old, and she is like her new supporter, like her new advisor, like her new uh, researcher, researcher, or she she started like an investigation about the school, and lots of interviews try to find out uh, like the root of the problem, because mm, Lizzie many times asked to the headmaster, professors. For example, there is a professor that she also made a interview in the school. Um, let me, I think that her name was Mrs. Dudley. Yeah, Mrs. Dudley. But she not received like answers.
Mami,
She not received answers.
porfa.
Um,
Ya, 12:04.
okay, the the time passed. We see that these strange marks on his body she also saw in another student in the same school. So it was it was another it was another evidence to worry about the situation, that the other boy, it is called Polly. It is called Polly. And yeah, she saw that the school was strange because there was no noisy, there was so quiet. You see that apparently it is not like the model of school. You see that there is most of the time there is a lot of noise, and yeah, they are children. But this is good. He doesn't have a soul. Well, the story continue, and then appear on other new character, and it is his name is Stuart. Is a neighbor. Is a neighborhood. Sorry. It's a neighbor. It's a neighbor of Lizzie and Ollie when they lived before. One day, one day, Ollie decided to Ollie decided to take again Tom, so his son. So things happens that one day Ollie only went only went to Lizzie house and took Tom. Well, indeed, in this part appears Stuart. Stuart tried to stop him to do to 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 take Tom, because Stuart also knew that Ollie was like a crazy man, that he was sometimes like an insane person. And there is like mm, another purpose and another reason that he was worried about Tom, because uh, he was fallen in love of Elizabeth, to Elizabeth. So in that moment, he tried to console her, yeah, because yeah, she was taking out her son, sorry. So things happens, things happen that finally they were in they were in a Stuart's flat. In a Stuart flat, they had sex, and well, all things happens there. Uh, well, you can imagine how destroyed she was, because she was like how can you say that, like not repent, but yeah, take took out her son. She was so worried, so she went to Ollie's and tried to negotiate with him and try to talk and do everything for her son. But no, at the final, we can see that Tom suffered like dizzy. Yeah, he suddenly he was cold and lost the conscious, and immediately suddenly the uh, Lizzie called an ambulance. He was took to the hospital, and there the doctor said he has suffered like mm, I don't know, like a fall or maybe a hit, because in his head had a bump in his head. But it was not the same day, when he was going with Ollie, because well, all people can can think or could think that Ollie did so, but no, actually, it did not so. Now the investigation continue. Yeah, it is like a mini summary or like a summary about these pages. Now, what will happen? What will happen with Tom? What will happen with Ollie? With Lizzie? With Stuart? With Kate? I don't know. Just wait the next pages of the book. Thank you so much.